she said she didn't know whose car this was. So we told her, if you don't know whose car it is, then go ahead and get it towed. So we had just left. And this gentleman, sir, we don't know. So this gentleman right here is supposed to be doing some work on her car. So when he's supposed to be doing some work, I guess they had some words after we left. So when I pulled back up.
So where he at? Because I heard it on the phone and I hear him attacking him. So where he at? I see him in one of these cars with all these police on. Yeah. And he attacked my niece, it's a female. I hear it on the phone. That's why all of them pulled up. What the hell, where he at?
No, he's over there writing statement.
Why? If he just attacked her, that's a female.
That's what I'm saying though. Like when we got here,
regardless of the
phone and everything.
If I call the police and tell them that a female just attacked, a dude just attacked the female, y'all ain't arresting that man? Y'all ain't detaining him right now?
We still figuring it out.
Sarge, you ain't detaining him regardless of the fact. He just attacked the female.
Up, so I'm trying to get all the
I heard it all on the phone. That's what I'm telling y'all. Y'all ain't got this man in cuffs. Now I see why I beat police on the I don't do y'all job. Hey, record it right here, so. Because that's a simple fact right there. Nah, I want it on them. Matter of fact, she hold it right quick. Let me grab my. So what we about to do her with him?
We still trying to figure that out.
Man, figure it out. I'm right here.
It ain't no guarantee that she gonna
let me know what's going on. We gonna be right here.
That's all we trying to say.
We cool. Y'all do y'all job.
So I don't even know what's your name. I'm Officer Connors, man.
Had me.
All we doing right now, I have both of them in cuffs. Okay. I pulled up by myself. They rolling around on the ground.
So it's just one dude or two dudes?
It's one dude. The dude was in the house. It was just two females rolling around the ground. Sorry.
Can I go to the college?
Yeah, you can go talk to him. Yeah, go ahead.
Tell the police they both attacked me and he choked me. They both attacked me at the same time. I don't know why. He had me in a headlock. When the police got here, it made it seem like I was the attacker. They both just attacked me. He fucking choked the fuck out of me and I couldn't breathe while I was trying to be on the phone with the man. Please get me out of here, man. I don't need to be going to jail for some shit that I did not do.
It ain't no guarantee you going to jail. You ain't going to jail.
Well, I told them that I have a medical condition. I cannot be in the back of this car like that. I'm hyperventilating.
Who, the dude? Did the dude that attacked to come out here?
They both attacked me.
Janae.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't think so. Come on, this your people. Yeah. Bring your ass, come on, bring dirty. Man, chill. They both attacked.
That's what we said. We heard it on the phone.
He gonna pop. They put her in cuffs and the other dude writing the statement, pop, and they attacked her.
They both attacked me.
We'll do that.
They both attacked me.
Excuse me, officer. She want to talk to y'all. Let's come on, just come on up here, bro.
I'm about to juice it. I'm about to juice it. Juice it. With Lindsey and Stasia. So this is about to be a green drink, okay? I got green apples, ginger, cucumbers, celery. I got some lettuce. Oh snap! I almost forgot my dang on kale. Let me not do that. this is like the secret. With all this green stuff I got, it's gonna be nothing but green stuff. And then I'm about to fill this whole thing up. Alright, so I'm gonna have to slice some of this up. I know it's pineapple right here. I'm not gonna be using you. My cutting board. Got me a little small cutting board too. You know, it's just some things like that. I would say, I guess I should spend money on that. I decided not to. I could get me a new cutting board, but hey, I'm satisfied with this. Sometimes you got to use what you got. Cutting this stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna talk more about my journey as a musician. Ooh, that kale. That kale is looking fresh and alive. I met the sweetest lady the other day, and she told me, she said, why do we want to keep putting dead things in our lives? Oh my gosh. This is a lot, so it's a lot of kale. Like, just might as well just cut up the rest of this and put it in a container. I think, like, people, when it comes to like eating healthy and stuff, people be like, they mostly complain about the price of stuff, but it's like, well, it benefit us more to get organic things. You know, you can make it last for a long time. You know what I mean? Rather than feeling like you have to, just because some food is cheap or whatever, and you feel like you gotta eat it. And I know like the community that I grew up in, they introduced us to organic things, but in my household, it was kind of challenging because we ate around what we could afford. We didn't really eat around what our body needed. So a lot of these things, like as an adult, I have to come accustomed to it. You know, like now my mom, she has definitely started changing like habits that she grew up with, but it took some time. Just like it's taking me time too. I have to give myself grace because I'm still young. But for some reason, I felt like when I got to this age, I don't know, I just thought I would be like more, I guess, like knowing things, but I'm still perplexed. There's a lot of kale, and that's good. That is good. That's a pretty big thing. Like, let me see how much this is. I'm going to stuff this kale in there. I'm going to stuff it in there. I grew, like, me being in school and stuff like that, like, I remember, like, this dude, he was like, oh, you're gonna be in the projects all your life, stuff like that. I hated that. I hate him, like, still to this day, I never forgot that. So, you know, I did the reaction video to, like, my first cover. And, after that cover, like, it was basically an audition that I did to be in this musical. That's when I really started figuring out, like, okay, yeah, I really want to do musical theater. But I was so proud of myself that I knew that I wanted to learn how to sing better. I knew that I wanted to learn how to, like, dance better, act better. I just needed to be in an environment that could propel me to do all those things and more. But initially, it just seemed like people just did not want that for me. Now, it's not about what it, you know, it should be about what I mean. But it just seemed so fucking difficult, you know? Even, like, staying in school was difficult for me because I could not afford college. When I first got out of the service, or whatever, it was pretty dope of how I even came to be around other people that was musically just, like, there. You know what I mean? And that wanted to hear what I had to say. They wanted to hear my music. That felt really good for me. But I did not know that they were only trying to scam me. They were just trying to use me. They didn't really care. So it was like, these people, they knew, oh my gosh, she needs somebody to tell her this, that, and the fourth, and we're just gonna get money out of her. And that's basically what I endured for a long time. I went through that for a long time, you know, thinking that that people actually gave a fuck. And you know what? Some people did care, because I actually met some good people that, you know, did ask me about my money. They wasn't trying to get nothing from me, but rather they wanted to put money in my pocket, if you know what I mean. The people that was just trying to lie to me, it was like they recognized my talents, but they wanted to, they were so jealous of me that they wanted me to use my talents in a way that they wanted me to use. I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm not gonna mention this person's name, because like I said, I know they still be watching me to this day. I know that they do, just to see everything that I'm doing, wishing that they could be a part of it. Because what they did to me, they know that they was wrong, and they could never come back from it. Ooh-wee. So when I first got out the military and I came back to Atlanta, I was in a very bad place, like mentally, because I was going through a divorce at the same time, and financially it was hard to get a job. Shit. It was hard for me to get a freaking job, man. I ended up getting a job, but the job that I got, I have a job, so whatever my job is, should be able to cover rent, utilities, you know, and just other bills. And it wasn't. It was not enough at all. And I couldn't really stay with family because my family, they didn't have any room for me. So, you know, I had this little apartment or whatever. And this is the fun part because I'm about to put cucumbers in here and shit. David, I don't hear you.
So talk, David.
So basically, like, somebody said that they could, that they would basically rent my car for me. They said that they would rent my car, and you know, I was a dummy, so I believed them, and I let them take my car, and that they were supposed to pay me $500 because I was trying to hustle and make extra money. A week went by. This person never brought my car back and never even gave me the money they were supposed to. I told them they could pay me after the week was done, but I was still going to work and stuff like that, like catching rides to work. It got to the point, it got so bad that I threatened this person. I threatened I was going to kill them. I had their whole number, you know. They didn't want the police to get involved and they didn't want to die. So they ended up bringing my car back, but they had brought some family with them or something. And the family that they brought with them was handicapped. The man had just been shot up that. It turns out they was planning on selling my car. They were planning on selling my car so they can get some money for them. The person showed up with the person that was handicapped. It was like, we're sorry or whatever. As soon as I seen the person who I gave my car to, I immediately started throwing punches. You know, I mostly made a muscle. I made it more muscle than fat. So, especially during this time, because I had just got out the service. You know, I done got a little bit lazy because I've been eating all these chicken wings with the blue cheese and shit. Yes, I like my chicken wings with blue cheese. I don't really care too much for the ranch. But this man, the man that was handicapped or whatever, because it's like he was the OG. I really believe they was family, but he was saying he was his OG and they was gang affiliated or whatever. He was like, listen, I just got shot and stuff. Can you just take me home? You know, he'll find his own way home. I was like, sure, you handicapped, so I'll take you home. So, anyways, as I was taking this man home, you know, I was singing and stuff because I was always singing. There was not a day that went by that I wasn't singing. Even though I was in the service, singing helped me get through boot camp. So damn, I just cut the apple to feel the same. But anyway, so he heard me singing and he was like, oh my gosh, you have talent, you have a beautiful voice, you know, like, are you working with anybody or anything? I'm like, working with anybody? I'm like, what do you mean working with somebody? Like, how could I work with anybody? He was like, I mean, like, are you signed or something? I'm like, no, I'm not signed. He's like, really? He was like, I know a really top producer. I know this man that's like pushing out, you know, records and stuff. And he worked with Outkast and he worked with, you know, Stankonia, you know, Stankonia or whatever. He's worked with Goody Mob, you know, like him and Future are really close and, you know, just all this stuff. And, you know, he's done records for Future before Future even got really popping, and he's working Cool Breeze, and you know, CeeLo Green is my cousin, and whatever. You know, just all of this big talk or whatever. I'm like, okay, I'm like, that's cool, but you know, at the same time, I really don't really trust this man, right? So I'm like, that's cool or whatever. I'm like, but you know, I'm not really in a place to get, like, trying to get signed or whatever. I don't even know how that works. And, you know, I'm just trying to, you know, I was more focused on rent. He's like, listen, he's like, just give it a chance. Like, check out the studio, go to the studio, see how he works. And, you know, I'm like, he was like, we can help you get some money in your pocket, or, you know, like, you'll get some money in your pocket from this, and blah, 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 blah. So I listened to this man, you know, and let me tell you, like, I'm not gonna say I regret listening to this man, because it was a lesson learned for me. Like, I learned some things, but I regret how far I allowed them to take me. You get what I'm saying? I regret how far I allowed these people to play with me. I regret that. So anyways, he called the dude in his car, because honestly, I wasn't even really trying to listen out too much. Like, I didn't really care. This was before I went to the studio. I didn't really give a fuck or whatever. I'm like, okay, whatever. But he called him up in the car, and then we scheduled a studio time with him. So that's that. You know, so I was delivered. Let me tell you, things went too far with these individuals. Now, the man was right. He was correct about him being a producer, whatever, a top big producer. He was popular and stuff for the older crowd, you know, the generation above me, not the generation now. But you know, at that time, it was still like a transition period. I am a millennial, but it was still really like a transitioning period as far as the music industry, how the music industry does things, you know what I mean? People getting signed and stuff like that. So I've always been a fan of Outkast. Anybody that loves music is a fan of Outkast. Damn, I just hurt my hand. It's not just like being an Atlanta native. And then, you know, being in Atlanta, all of them people is real popular, because it's like they kind of like set the pace for us musically. You know what I mean? So listen, I started going to these events and stuff with these people. I was backstage. I was meeting celebrities. I was working in the studio and stuff, but I was also getting scammed out of my time, because I don't know why, but like I said, it was a transition, and because I just got out of the military, I didn't think, oh, I need to record everything. Yeah, I took some pictures here and there, but I wasn't like, the main thing that he told me was like, don't be fanned out, you know? And I respected that. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna be like super fanned out and shit like that. So, you know, I wasn't. And, you know, I learned some things, and they was like, but they was still kind of going by the old school type of. And I met some really good people, like, as far as, I'm not gonna say they're really good people, but I'm gonna say some really talented people. Like, when it comes to like playing the guitar and stuff, like one of the dudes play, you know, background for a lot of legends that we know. Even one of Rihanna's songs. It was really just a lot of name dropping for me. That's another thing like people do here in Atlanta. They do a lot of name dropping. Everybody, let me tell you, everybody know every fucking guy. Cause yeah, I was around these people. Like, I even met Pastor Troy. But you can just go to these little events. You don't know who you're meeting. So, but I'm talking about these people were directly in the studio. Like even Kilo Ali. But like I said, that's the old generation. See, these old heads, they still as money hungry as the young heads. And these people, they view me as a sex symbol, or they wanted me to be that. So much manipulation and stuff are making me feel like, it even came to the point where a producer was like, Lindsey, who's going to work on your music? Who's going to do this for you? Nobody. Nobody's going to put this much energy into your stuff like I am. Which was a lie, because after I had to separate myself from him, I ended up meeting so many other hot time producers, or these people, they see me on social media, so they're DMing me. They're DMing me and they want to know who I am. They don't want to know who I am to help elevate me in my career. They're trying to elevate themselves still. They just trying to make a fucking buck. You get what I'm saying? And my attitude was extremely, look at this, all of this stuff, my attitude was extremely bad back in the day. And bad, man, I knew people was trying to play with me. You're not gonna play with me and think that you're gonna get away with it. And that's what a lot of the people around me at the time, a lot of them was doing. They was just trying to play games. And I caught on to the games. It was some money that was stolen from me. It's like, if you this big time producer, these people was paying this man. I know they was, because I didn't see the exchange and stuff. Why you still gotta steal money from me? That's a greedy type of thing. And when I caught him in the act, his excuse was, well, I'm doing all of this musically and stuff for you, so you gotta pay me. But it's like, it's the way that you go about doing things. You don't just steal and take from me and think that that's the answer. No. So things got physical. Things got physical. And I got a little video here, like in my family, they have to show up and shit. Do I?
Because that's a simple fact right now. Come on. Nah, I want it on them. Matter of fact, she hold it right there. Let me grab her. So what we about to do her will?
I feel bad about what I had to do. No, I do not. Do I regret not suing them and taking it that far? Yes, I do. Should I have continued to listen to the BS? No. What it took for me after that whole situation of being like, okay, they playing games with me, I had to somehow find my self-confidence and find I had to find the willpower to want to continue pushing for my dream. I believe that these people had this amount of power that they never even freaking had. All they was doing was just scamming, man. He convinced me to make about 30 songs with him. And then when I didn't do what he wanted me to do, which was be his sex slave basically and just shut up and do what he says, he basically held my music from me. He said, I'm not going to give you your music. I'm selling your music to basically like the highest bidder. He was like, I'm going to try to sell your music to Rihanna or something like that. And I had already, like, while I was working with him, I had already met like different songwriters and stuff like that that had wrote songs for celebrities and stuff. And I told him, I was like, I don't want to sell my music to anybody. I want to be the one to sing my songs. I want to be the one to get my music out there. And he was like, it's not just your music because it's in my studio. It was just too much. Like, there was too many mind games. Cause I'm like, yeah, but you just stole this money from me. You're telling me that you've been the reason why you steal the money is because you're using the money for basically my studio time. But at the same time, you're still trying to say that even though you stole my money, you got this money from me and all this other stuff. You're still trying to say that all of these songs are yours? No, I wrote these songs. Okay, you might have produced it, but I could just take my song lyrics and put it on another record. Like, it doesn't have to, or I can work with another producer. I guess he really thought I was stupid, but that's what I ended up doing. But I had to get away from it because that was a demon, y'all. Like, I had to get away from this man. And you'll hear, like, it's so many people in Atlanta. Like, when I started doing more networking, so many artists that I met that went through the same situation that I went through. Like, these people, like, our voice, our lyricism is really something for them. It's of value. It's like money for them. You know, they see dollar bills. I don't want to even get too much more into everything that happened after the video and all of that extra stuff. It's really traumatic and it's triggering to me. It was a traumatic situation because I really almost went to jail over this situation. But yeah, I just took my songs like Away, Sunshine, I Really Want This. His brother actually produced that one. They did not write these songs. They did not help me write these songs. These are songs that I wrote. And a few others. So, playing my earlier music, but these are my music. And the producer that I actually worked with was a producer that he introduced me to. See, while even though I was working with him, I kept people's numbers and stuff. I really feel like kind of stupid. I know Cool Breeze, like I met him and he was like, hey, you cannot trust this man. If you really want to make it in the industry, I know some people that can help you. Here's my number. But then again, Cool Breeze was on the run in fucking Alabama or some shit. I don't know what the fuck he got going on. I have not talked to this man since, but I don't even know if I didn't really trust him when he was trying to tell me that I could not trust this man, but he was really being honest with me. But it's people, even though I don't necessarily work with this man anymore, it's people in Atlanta that remember me from being around these people or being in these places because I was literally in some exclusive, I was at some exclusive events and I was doing exclusive shit with people that people paid to be around these people. I didn't pay, well, in a sense, but I wasn't really paying or going through the hoops and, the loops like these other people. It's like scamming nation, especially when it comes to people is scamming on people's dreams. People are, and trying to steal people's work and make it into their own, like. But I had to believe in myself because it wasn't nobody that was telling me, Lindsey, keep on going, don't listen to these people, or or I can put you in the right direction. Like, I literally been winging this stuff, I've literally been trying to figure it out for my own. And that's not to say that nobody else isn't figuring it out on their own, but I was just out here. I was just out here in the Atlanta streets, just networking and just hoping that whoever I was talking to that said they was somebody, they was really that somebody. But my issue was that I really felt like these people, I really believed that these people could help expand my knowledge. I really believed that these people could help me elevate in some way, when the truth was, it was just me all alone. Had I just focused on building my portfolio, which I have been building my portfolio the whole time, but I mean, like, had I just focused, you know, put up social media and stuff like that, like I am now, my story and just my experience and what I've been, things probably would have been a lot better for me. Time to taste. I have to get some more of this, because I'm about to do. Whoop! Oh shit. Oh, I spilled some of it. That's delicious. It's supposed to be like a flat tummy juice.